till the morning light. Oh, before I let you go.
This is what the future sound like.
What's up, y'all? My name is Barbara Atewe. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I decided I was going to attempt to do my first ever halo eye on camera, that is. Every time I've tried to do it off camera, it's been an epic fail. So really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get started. So I've noticed that I got oily eyelids. I know I can't be the only one. So I'm going to take my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop mattifying primer. I'm not gonna prime my face yet, but I'm gonna prime my eyelids because they get greasy. And then I noticed that my shit creases even before I put eyeshadow on. So I'm just gonna add a little tiny bit and apply it on both eyelids. Now I'm going to prime my lids using my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Concealer in the shade C12 though. But this time I'm not gonna use a lot. I'm just gonna put like a dot. Literally, that's it. And I'm gonna blend her out using my Morphe M173 brush. So for my first shade, I'm gonna be taking my lovely, what is this called? The Morphe M149 brush, and I am gonna go into my shade, I'm gonna go into the shade Expression from the Morphe 39A palette. We're starting dark very fast, and we're just gonna blow her out. So I'm just gonna place it on, create like a little rainbow in my crease, and just stamp it through. I'm gonna go into the shade Rich from the Morphe 3502 palette, and I'm just gonna stamp that above the Expression shade. I'm gonna go into the shade Tan from the Morphe 3502 palette, lightly, and then I'm just gonna use my Morphe M443 brush to dust it and diffuse the edges. I'm gonna go into my shade Brunette from the Morphe 3502 palette. I'm gonna stamp that in the outer corner of my eye and then just drag it out. Boom. Next, I'm gonna go into taking my Morphe M222 brush. I'm gonna go into the shade Slice, which is like, I think the darkest brown that I have. And I'm going to pop that in the inner part of my eye, but also drag it out. Now it's time to cut the crease. Hopefully this goes as planned. I'm going to be taking my C12 concealer from earlier. Just gonna put a little on the back of my hand. Just gonna take a tiny amount. And then I'm going to attempt to cut my crease halo style. So taking my Morphe M222 brush, I'm gonna go back into Slice. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm just going to fade the edges of my concealer. I think I did it. And then in the dead center, I'm gonna go into the shade Pure from the Morphe 3502 palette, taking my e.l.f. Small Precision brush. I'm gonna spray that as well. Just going to lightly tap that and then put it in the dead center for added brightness. I think I did it! Oh my goodness! I'm going to be going into my Fenty Beauty, the sample that I still have, the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Hydrating Foundation in the shade 450. I'm just going to apply that with my e.l.f. foundation brush, and I'm going to blend it out with my Real Techniques buffing brush. I'm going to be taking my Makeup Revolution Conceal in the 5 Full Coverage Concealer in the shade C13. I'm just going to put very little under my eye, literally 3 dots. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Down the bridge of my nose. If I could just, I don't know why I can never get my nose straight. On my chin and above my lip. Then to blend everything out, I'm going to be taking my Morphe my Morphe M173 brush. I'm going to be setting my face, and to do that, I'm going to be taking my Laura Mercier concoction. It includes both shades of the loose setting powders and also the ColourPop loose setting powder in the shade Translucent for that tinge of yellow. Now I'm going to contour, and I'm going to be taking my Fenty Beauty Match Sticks in the shade Espresso and this buffing brush from my Amazon brush set. Just going to sweep it across the top and apply it on my face. So to sweep away the excess powder on my face, I'm going to be taking my It's My Ray by BH Cosmetics number 4 brush, and I'm going to use this to sweep away the powder under my eye. And then to make sure everything is blended, I'm going to be taking my Kabuki brush from the dollar store and just buff in and make sure everything is seamless. I'm going to be taking my Morphe M149 brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Expression, which was the first shade I used from the Morphe 39A palette, and I'm going to run that along my lash line. I'm going to take this soft pencil brush from my Amazon brush set, and I am going to go into the shade Cat Eye from the Morphe 39A palette. And I'm going to run that under Expression just to soften the edges. I'm going to go into my Fenty Beauty Stalk'r Instant Warmth Bronzer in the shade Mocha Mami, and I'm going to be applying it with my It's My Ray by BH Cosmetics number 1 powder brush. I'm going to go into my e.l.f. blush palette in Deep, and I'm going to go into the 2 bottom shades here. I'm going to apply that on the apples of my cheeks and then drag them out. So I'm going to take, where is it? My It's My Ray by BH Cosmetics number 7 brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Fine Line and Losing Sleep, which is these shades right here, 1 and 2, these right here. I'm going to be mixing between both, and I'm going to apply that in my inner corner and brow bone. And then for my all over highlight, I'm going to be using the same shades as well, but I'm going to be applying it with my It's My Ray by BH Cosmetics number 5 brush. So for my lower lashes, I'm going to be applying my Benefit Bad Gal mascara. For my lips, you already know, Sephora Rouge Gel Lip Liner in the shade Molasses. I feel like, God forbid, if a day ever comes to where they discontinue this, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I really don't. Then I'm going to go into Honeymoon with from NYX Lip Lingerie. And then for a little bit of gloss, I'm going to be going into my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow. I'm just going to apply that in the center of my lips. Alright, and this is the final look. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Before I let you